What's happening, fellas? Today is Friday the 13th. My pool is green as lime Kool-Aid. Some of y'all might remember I made a video installing this pool pump back in, I believe, April. Put a filter and pool pump in, and guess what? I've got some issues. I'll show you what I'm dealing with here. I got this in backwash mode. That valve's open. I'll turn this thing on. The motor is running, but it is not pumping. Can you hear it? It sounds to me like the impeller has come off the shaft. And so what's going to happen is to get this motor off, I've got to remove the base, and to get the base off, to get the base up, I've got to remove the filter unit. This motor is just attached with this plastic PVC coupler to the strainer, so that shouldn't be no issue getting that loose. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just let this thing drain out until I get my water level below. I'm more worried about it being below the jet there, because I don't have a shutoff valve on this line that comes over to here. I do have a shutoff valve here, so I could just close that off. And I also have a drain, manual drain I put in a couple, 3 years ago. So I could manually open it. I could open this drain valve and drain it from the bottom drain, or from this, but more or less it'd be pressure against the bottom drain, pushing it out. I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and remove, get all the water down where I can remove this filter, uncouple it, and I can take the pump and the base to the shop with me, and I can unbolt this thing. This pump's a little different than the other pump. I think it's different. I'm not sure I can service it, but I guess we'll find out. Alright guys, so what I did is I disconnected this suction line that runs to this nozzle from the filter, and you hear it water whirlpooling in that suction nozzle now. But I've got quite a mess over here. This water don't really drain nowhere. It kind of pools up right up under the bottom of this filter is the drain plug. See it? So I'll be taking it out next. I don't have a tripod, so I'll get it out and we'll see what it looks like. Alright guys, well I got the cap off, but I'm not getting a whole lot of water through here. I've got it in this winter mode. I'm guessing it supposed to help drain it, but it may just not be a whole lot of water in there. But it is full of sand and it is heavy. So I think what I'm going to do is, just for right now, just try to get it up off this base, and then we'll take this coupling loose. To do that, I'm just going to use these big channel locks. Well, that was a big waste of time. I forgot this damn thing ain't really attached to this base, and I could have just closed this filter off, closed this valve off, cracked the coupling, and pulled it up. But anyway, I want to drain that good, and I'll probably put that away for the winter. And yeah, so now we got our pump apart. We'll take it down to the shop, take it apart, so it looks like. Alright guys, so this one's got a whole bunch of screws all the way around it. I have noticed some corrosion on this galvanized, whatever you want to call it, sleeve or whatever. Well, they're not really screws, they are bolts. Got a little nut on the back side, kind of held on. Fits in a groove. So we'll try to leave them in there. Pretty sure this thing's probably got an O-ring around it. Like I say, these things typically ain't serviceable. It's a good motor though. I'd like, even if I can't keep the pump part, I'd like to have the motor off of it. It'd make a good little buffer. 2-speed too. But I'm hoping I can fix this, whatever's wrong. I kind of have an idea what may have happened. You can tell it's just a cheap made Chinese pump is what it is. Patent pending. But it is weatherproof, so that's, you know, it's hard to find a motor that's watertight. So and this one, yep, this one. Looks like this thing's gonna pop right off, no problem. I'm gonna drop everything. Alright, it does have an O-ring. We're gonna mess that up. Now you can see a little bit of corrosion where that galvanized piece was. That ain't really too bad. A lot of that, I believe, just gonna be scale more than corrosion now. What I think is this impeller just come loose in there. Let's see what it looks like if we run it just a second. It may come flying out of there, so we don't stand in front of it. Well, we can definitely see the impeller's not turning. Now how you get it off that shaft, I do not know. Alright guys, well I had to pretty much trash this impeller to get it off, but this is what we're dealing with. We got very fine teeth on a metal shaft going into a plastic impeller, and it probably didn't take a whole lot, something getting in there to strip those teeth off this impeller. And so once that was stripped, she was done. But you can see we've got a little bit of water damage coming in around that pump housing. But anyway guys, I think I will save this little motor, try to find some use for it, and I'll take the rest of this plastic off, and looks like I'll be ordering another motor. Probably won't get it till next spring though. I don't think I'm in no hurry to put one on it right now. But it actually looks like them threads goes a little bit deeper back. You'd think, yeah they do, they go all the way back. It's about an inch worth of thread there. And you'd think that would work, but I can spin this. Well, it's cracked, so I can't. It may have cracked when I hammered on it, or it may have already been cracked. But anyway, that's a piss poor design if you ask me. Real fine, really fine threads or grooves here. Now, to me, it would have been better to have big, thicker ones, and wouldn't have had this issue. But yeah, I didn't make it, so. Anyway, if you want to know what it is, I can't really tell you. That's all I can tell you. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for a new pump install probably next spring.